What you mean? I ain't gon' hold it down, I'm 10 toes in this bitch. Oh, what you mean? Something like Bobby Brown, no brown nose in this bitch. Oh, what you mean?
Mr. Servon.
How you doing, man? I'm good. I'm happy to be his honor, man.
Man, it's an honor to meet you, man. Like I was telling you before it started, I used to skip class to go copy your records, bro.
Don't blame that on me,
And you know what I'm saying? And I still deal with the same record guy to this day.
Yeah.
That would let me come in and buy those No Limit records. You
Is
know,
it that one by the mall?
Nah, this is
still by the mall. Okay.
Technically, I'm across the bay from Mobile, a little town called Foul Hope. I don't know if you're familiar. Orange Beach. It's Orange Beach, Foul Hope, Foley, all that, Baldwin County.
Foley and all that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I went to Foul Hope High School, and right next to the high school was Dr. Music, and Dr. Music had No Limit. When I remember when your album dropped, that Mr. Servon was right there. Remember how they came in the big cases, the CD came in the big cases, you know, and like I say, it's an honor to be meeting you. It's a blessing to be meeting you right now and sitting here in your presence right now.
Thank you. Appreciate
you know
it.
what I'm saying? It's big for Big Rap, and I want to shout out everybody that made this happen, you know, because it just came out of nowhere for me. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. What you doing in Birmingham, my guy?
Well, we had Funk Fest. Unfortunately, you know, with COVID hit after our last show, right with DC show March 7th, and this was one that was circled on the map. It's supposed to be in July, if I'm correct. And due to COVID, it was moved. It was moved more than once. And so finally, I think, you know, they decided to go with it. And so, of course, you know, we keep our commitments, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where we ended up here. And we knew it was an important thing, man. We hadn't been in Birmingham in a while. And then a lot of our shows been just us. And so, you know, we was picking up so much March 7th, you know, the last DC show, that we decided, like, okay, you know what? You know, if Funk Fest open back up, we want to do it.
Right.
Especially because it was showcasing with other good artists and things like that. And we wanted that. We wanted that crowd.
Do you constantly perform? You always performing? Or was this I'm getting back out there type deal?
Well, when the tour started, I kind of backed away from performing a little bit because I was putting more into my production company, you know, Hit Gurus, and then starting to move that along with, you know, Angela, you know, my super PR, man. We start really more getting into the music consultation and artist branding. And so it was like if a show come here and there, and it was, you know, to me, not saying worth doing, because every show is a blessing, no matter what it is. If people want to see you and pay their hard-earned money, that's a blessing.
Right.
But it was more or less like, you know, you almost didn't take the chances, because I felt like the business, you know, part of things had changed a lot, you know, with promoters and dealing with situations and clubs, and then I still, you know, of course, I started feeling like it was a young King's time.
Yeah, you know, that's why I started Big Rap, because I used to rap. You know, I went by Willie White Shoes at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I you know, reality kick in. Your dreams kind of die. You go to work, and then
dreams don't die. They just find a new face.
Right. Because every time I turned around, I was being pulled back to hip hop, to rap music. You know what I'm saying? Every time I look up, you know, I might be at the Magic City Classic coming out the elevator and T.I. standing there, you know, or Biz Marquee. I was meeting these guys just unintentionally. And I'm like, I got to do something with the music. You know, I might not make music no more, but I got to do something, you know. So I couldn't just back away like that, you know. How I feel being back out there performing without, like, was it everybody on the tour? Like
everybody that, you know, unfortunately, we had so many missing, whether it was death or incarceration, of course, Free C, Free Mac, innocent men, you know, but, you know, and the ones that, you know, we do have some more that's out there, but they're at their own pace and their own, best way I could say it, you know, some of them still have their things that they got going on with them.
Right.
You know, where the rest of us who you saw, Mia, Mystical, you know, Fiend, Silk, you know, me, P.
They was there?
We okay. You know what I mean?
Mystical was there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Y'all threw down.
Yeah.
That No Limit Soldier Part 2. Y'all did that tonight?
No, they did one. They did one.
One slap, but I listened to one on the way here, then I listened to two and was like, bruh.
A lot of people like two. Yeah.
Two just rocking, man. So you got a new project out?
I have several.
Yeah, I seen that.
We have the COVID-19 12 bars, which was produced by DJ Q, ULP out from Atlanta. What I decided to do, it was like when this COVID started hitting, you know, I just decided to give people another side of me that they didn't know, the more political side, and you know, just some meaningful music. Excuse me. And you know, we did that, but I did only one verse, and I did it purposely. You know, and it kind of
on every song.
Every song is one
That's
verse.
hard.
And so, you know, it really left people wondering. So what I've come back to do now that we about to re-release, now I'm putting younger artists. People like, go get name artists. You know, everybody like this, and I have a few name artists. You know, from my gen. You know, that was like, yo, it's nice, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah, I want some young dudes. You know, I want some unknown people. I want to give somebody else a chance to get in their lane and do what they, you know, do. So now we about to re-release it with a different artists, young artists from different areas on each song.
That's
so,
you know, that's I mean, you don't know, but that's what Big Rap all about. I review local artists' songs, and you know, it ain't a review where I sit back and just listen to one artist song and that's the only time you hear it. If it's a dope song, it go into my power up. That way it gets played every week. You know, we got artists from New Zealand, Brazil, Africa, all over the place. But it's important to spotlight the unknowns because they need a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
you was once an unknown.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? And you know, they all need a chance to get that breathing spot. You know what I mean? And I think, and then it breathes new life into it when you discover a new artist with a different voice, a different name, a different mindset. I think that's what hip hop, because I always believe hip hop, definition of hip hop to me was hip hop was an expression of your block in the inner city, expression of where you come from and who you are and what you saw and what you were raised, how you were raised. So I feel like when you get, you know, I hate when people don't give younger new artists a chance. You know, I miss the real DJ. You know, to me, a real DJ, he not only spun records, he did his scratching, but he broke records.
Right.
Real DJs broke records. And I think a lot of young artists, they suffer from that because that no longer exists.
It's like they don't want to break the records now, unless it's all about payola now. Now you got to pay them to break it.
It's about belonging. I mean, and it's a new business wave that, you know, at times I don't agree with it, but I agree with the creativity of it. Where you got, I think I saw Rick Ross do it, where he signed a DJ that was hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, I always said, you know, in music, it's two people that are more important than rap artists. And people say, they think I'm crazy when I say this, and I'll give you the point proven. DJs and producers. A producer can put out an album with just instrumentals, and I guarantee it sell. Rapper can't put out an acapella album. You know, you understand what I'm saying?
I dig what you're saying.
Okay, without that DJ that's either working on that radio station or in that club, how you gonna ever be heard?
Right.
You know, now that the internet is here, that's the chance. But let's say before then, the importance of it, and I think, you know, I think that's what so many of these young artists, you know, they get lost in that shuffle because they have nobody breaking their songs. You know, and so it's a different day and age.
And that's what I do. I break a lot of records myself. Like in the Mobile area, Mobile is starting to it's about to overflow. It's past bubbling right now. It's boiling right now.
It's time again for Mobile. It's time. You know.
Yeah.
You know, y'all had what's
Rich Boy.
Yeah.
We got Rich Boy. We got.
No, but I'm saying back then, you know,
Yeah.
where people when we put Mobile really on the map, like I always.
Oh
knew
yeah, he
Mobile.
did. Yeah.
You know, because I used to be with Big Gully.
Okay.
You know, that's my dude. So, but Rich Boy, but it's Mobile long overdue.
Hey, what you mean? I ain't gonna hold it down. I'm 10 toes in this bitch. What you mean? Something like Bobby Brown, no